Hello there everyone and welcome back. It's another day of Adeptus Mechanicus and I have been theory crafting on how I could possibly mix up my fleet a little bit. Only thing I can really think of is a lot of light cruisers, and in all honesty that doesn't feel like Adeptus Mechanicus if I were to be honest. Hell, if I were gonna take light cruisers of any kind, it probably would be the Dauntless if I were to be honest. And alas, that ship's not even available here. So I don't even know why I'm thinking about that. But I was genuinely curious about maybe going all out on the Lances with maybe Gothics or maybe Lunars. At least then, it would free up a little bit of points for me to upgrade my frigates to Falchions. Or at least maybe a Nova or something else that could be at least a little more resilient for the frigate brawls and allows me to kind of brute force some of the objectives a little bit better. That is my thought process at least, but at last, until we get some more variety, maybe in the future we might see something like battle cruisers or grand cruisers, although lore-wise they weren't even allowed, or there was like a rule or something I believe that forbid them from using the overlords in the other battle cruisers. I don't know if that translates to grand cruisers, mind you, but nonetheless, Tindalos might throw something in there down the road. We will see what the future brings. But nonetheless, that is my thought process there, and it's kind of limited nonetheless. It's still Nova cans no matter how you look at it, in all seriousness though. Alright, it is Necrons. I don't expect this to go very well for my Necron friend, but we're gonna try it nonetheless, I suppose. Get it over with nice and quickly, and I have just the weapon to send them off, with the Nova cans. So, it's probably gonna be pretty straightforward, especially if they're tomb ships. It's pretty much impossible for them to even really mitigate the damage, let alone avoid it outright. Since if I put that just right, there's nothing they can do but take additional damage because they'll naturally fly closer into the middle of the Nova cannon. So I don't know what to expect here. I am interested to see how resilient a Necron fleet can be, since after all, mind you, I only got 4 Nova cans as opposed to the normal 5 you may see on occasion. So it's possible they may weather this pretty well. But do I want damage abilities? I don't need a Stasis Bomb. Cybernetic Orb could be great. Rad Tempest is probably a must, though, with that said. Or Piercing and... How much do I want to get in close? Well, if they're tomb ships or anything, they'll want to get close naturally. So I think I hang on to that just in case. And I wonder if the Assassin is going to be worth anything. Hell, I'm going to be doing a good amount of morale damage, so it's kind of warranted. To an extent. Going to be tricky to grab these first initial points maybe, unless I'm going to be really well spread out. I don't know if I like that too much. I don't really like that. I'm going to rely on maybe my frigates grabbing that. At least it's a little bit safer. Although, I do need to experiment with how far forward I could deploy these ships, or how far spread out rather. So at least that way, I can at least make it so that they're not getting clumped up together with the same kind of push, at the very least. It's what I'm going to have to figure out. How far apart can I comfortably set them? And naturally, my opponent should have Doom Scythes to kind of negate these Stormhawks. Are they Stormhawks? No, they're Furies. Never mind. I'm thinking Space Marines here. Yep. Alright, so we have a Scourge here. Everything's being sent at me. This is going to work well for my ability to kind of isolate them at least, if nothing else. Although, really, what else is there to say? They're just going to reveal my ships? Is it possible I can reveal theirs? Not that it honestly matters for the Nova can, since I already know which one's potentially the flagship, and the other 3 are just a bunch of cruisers. Alright, I'm gonna have to call back, although I should have called them back sooner. They're just gonna die a miserable death, alas. With matchless efficiency. But I do have Nova cans. And it won't be long till I start unloading upon them. The spirits obey. And I have to keep in mind that these are going to shoot at me and try and whittle me down some. We are ready to serve. So let's keep that in mind and actually start doing damage. We are ready to serve.
Collision protocols active. Thruster routines active.
Alright, let's keep on shooting there. Try and minimize these fighters some. For good measure.
Transition begun. State your order.
Alright. Let's murder this thing amazingly now.
State your order.
Since you conveniently flew into my trap.
Detected. Transition begun. Reroute power to retro propulsion. To serve the Omnisire.
Go in there and murder this thing. Try to anyway.
Machine spirit
I'm not quite gonna get to shoot any more Novacans, so they got in there really aggressive.
does not compute.
But can I damage the engines or anything of note?
To serve the Omnisire.
Nah, they crippled my own engines, the bugger.
We are ready.
But that's kind of okay there, to an extent.
Thruster routines active.
I just wish I had more time to get more Novacan shots in, which is kind of surprising how aggressive they got.
Receiving your order.
Kill the Scourge. Alas, let's see. I'm gonna have to move, dodge out. And I do have armor-piercing ammo as well.
Machine spirit appeased.
Alright, what's left here? I can't ram, but I still have armor-piercing ammo and I have a lot of damage to throw at them.
Receiving your order.
I just don't... Actually, I can fire... No, your Novacan's gone, your Novacan's gone, so... They're luckily killing off all my Novacans. I may actually lose this. It's looking like that, just due to sheer aggression that I was not expecting there. I could have had reload. Reload probably would have been the smart choice there. Oh well. It is justice for all those that have to be on the receiving end of this. Getting super aggressive kind of is key, I suppose, but... Do I have a lightning strike or is generator gone? If I can fire more Novacans, that's golden. Although, let's grab some objectives with that said. The Scourge is gone. These fighters will gradually get shot down. I just don't have Novacans. I would love to skull this, but they're just gonna jump. We already know this, in a sense. So yeah, my main failing was probably not reloading. That may have been a bit of an oversight. And I was thinking about upgrades, so maybe I should have gone for the faster reload on the flagship too. Just go really ridiculous on that. Since as we seen, the Novacans is, well, this wouldn't be nearly as much of an issue. I lost 2 Novacans really early on, it seems like. So that's a lot of my problems right there. It would so seem, at least, but that wasn't what I want. And I can't add additional troops. Well, I can't add additional troops, but it's not going to help me much.
Interceptors engaging. Calculating vectors.
Can I get turned around enough?
To serve the
This can still... Well, I don't quite have the health, let alone the crew, to deal with this effectively. Even though you... it's just going to prompt an inertial stride, but I think that's kind of what I want on this occasion.
We are ready to serve.
And are these the regular cruisers? Or the yeah, these are the regular cruisers. They don't quite have more speed, but... Shields are almost up. We have them back up by the last. Can we kill these off? Get as many Novacan shots as possible. I'm noticing my opponent is not actually using the Star Pulse generator. I thought you had 2 crew on you, cursed thing. That's not what I want to do, but I guess I'll go with it. I still have a Nova Cannon. It's just not to do what's necessary. Maybe I should have had these ships there with the torpedoes. That actually would be noteworthy damage, in all honesty. But yeah, that's the big thing. The Nova Cannons would have wrecked that Scourge relatively quickly if I had a second salvo in, so in all honesty, I should have just reloaded. And also, like I said, have the Mars pattern upgrade to at least increase the rate of fire of the Nova Cannons, since a little bit extra damage simply would have made that fall apart. And mind you, yeah, if I had timed that boost properly, those Doom Sights were still hitting my one cruiser there. So I boosted a little bit too late to get that sweet spot. But yeah, that was my own doing there. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with the Assassin, even though the morale damage would be amazing. Nova Cannons apparently are necessary. Alright, Drukhari this time around. This might be a bit of an annoying, if not difficult match, just because, due to the fact that all the Drukhari are using 3 battleships, they can steal points ridiculously fast and I don't have the means to punish them, even if I can effectively keep them from murdering my ships with any impalers or any kind of damage potentials they might be doing. I'm confident my Defiance is able to deal with the impalers really well. The problem is trying to get spread out and secure the points safely. That's going to be the trick. Since this is one of those rare situations I do want to group up initially. But how do there's still a lot I need to figure out in this regard. Ideally, killing engines is going to be great, which is why I want to lock on. It's going to help a ton in this manner. If I can get any engine critical hits, it's going to be tricky to do it twice though, because of emergency repairs kind of negate it really quickly. But as much as I like this upgrade, there has been a change to the Drukhari Shadow Field that it takes 2 seconds of them actually being stopped, or at least turning themselves around with false maneuver, before the Shadow Fields start degrading. And the reason that's important is, so long as that Shadow Field's fully charged, I can't Lightning Strike. So I don't think I can rely on this to do anything useful for me. I just don't know what else to do besides Emission Dissipator, maybe? I'm limited on my choices. Since I'm pretty certain this Disruption Overcharge... There's a thought. Disruption Overcharge, can it bring the Shadow Field down enough? Even if it's technically bugged in a way that doesn't work effectively. Since it doesn't actually pause the regeneration or the generation of the Shadow Field. This is something I really want to pay attention to, but if it brings it down just a little bit, I can Lightning Strike them. That's the theory at least. Although, I wasn't paying attention to the numbers of the ships there, we know where they're all at. Hell. This is one of those situations I want to boost in there and start grabbing points quickly. Do this really quickly there and get going. This is going to be a little bit of experimentation. I can do well defending myself, I want to argue, but at the same time, I need to be able to keep at least grabbing objectives. Since again, they capture the objectives so quickly, I'd be lucky if I can even get a single salvo off on them, if I were to be honest. Let alone multiple salvos, so it's going to be a little hard to do that. What about my skills? Dang it, I should have changed my skills to the beacon. That would have helped a ton. That was a bit of a failing there. And I know this frigate should be safe. Only thing I'm really terrified of is the 200 health of these Cobras. They're going to be really difficult to take advantage of. They're going to be really damn vulnerable to getting shot at. Okay, I saw something up there.
Interceptors engaging.
Can I beacon away?
We are ready to serve.
Since I know it's there, I just gotta beacon it.
Vectors. State your order.
The enemy has seized a strategic
That was not what I want. I did it again, alas.
Receiving your order.
That works out well. Although now I have no scanner pulses. They don't know that at least, so I can abuse that to an extent.
State your order.
I'm gonna have to push forward anyway.
Optimal course set. To serve the Omnisire. With matchless efficiency.
Damn it, I did it again. I hit the wrong goddamn button. This is why I wished I had a little more durability on my frigates, but if I had paid attention, I could have jumped down and murdered. Oh god, these things are dying to the dang slow effect ability too, which they should not be dying to that.
You have seized a strategic area.
But we're gonna see just how fruitless my efforts are gonna be trying to hold these points, so.
Reroute power to retro propulsion.
Since they're gonna be taken really damn quickly unless I'm in a really good position.
You have seized a strategic area.
Machine
And I hear them
spirit
boosting over on the
appeased.
left there.
Transition begun.
So 20 seconds
Machine spirit
on both of them there.
appeased.
At least I could still keep a
Optimal
permanent
course set.
uptime.
State your order.
3, 2,
Receiving your
1.
order. Hostile signature detected.
Dang it. I was not paying attention to that. That was
We
abysmal.
are ready to serve. Rouse the engines.
But
Machine spirit appeased.
can we force a panic
Calculating
response?
vectors.
Okay, these are torpedoes.
Order. Holy Omnissiah,
Now let's
heal
have our
thy
fun
wounded
here.
servant.
Ideally kill two engines.
Take your order. Reroute power to retro propulsion. To serve the Omnissiah.
Now.
Transition begun.
Can we do the damage necessary?
Machine spirit appeased.
Okay,
Transition
I think
begun.
my theory is working out well so far. Okay,
Engage engine red lines.
mitigate a lot of
Transition
damage there.
successful.
Not too terribly much yet, but we still have to kill these cursed things.
Active.
Otherwise, my efforts are going to be for naught.
Engines to fury.
At least engine's gone on this one here.
Spirits obey.
The enemy has seized a strategic
I may have
area.
lost my frigates, but
To serve the Omnissiah.
at least this cruiser's safe and you are dead.
Probability at critical level.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
I want to keep hitting you. You're making it really difficult for me.
Transition successful. Hostile signature detected. With matchless efficiency.
Too close, buddy. Sorry.
You have accumulated 50% of strategic
I did lose the
points.
ejecta, but this is damn promising despite my mess-ups. I just am nowhere close enough to stop this mutiny
Thrust
result
routines
yet.
active.
I just gotta get turned around and hope they take their sweet time getting out.
With matchless efficiency. Engage
I'm a little
chrysalis
bit vulnerable
protocols.
still, but I got a nice point lead.
Engaging drive.
And I
The
think I
enemy has
killed... Oh god, I'm not gonna
accumulated
stop that in
25%
time.
strategic points.
I just wasn't expecting torpedoes in all seriousness.
We are ready
Oh, and
to
of course we
serve.
yet to get the actual flagship.
The spirits obey. Hostile signature detected.
I'm gonna dodge most of these at least.
Optimal course set.
Let me get the
Machine
objective
spirit
still.
appeased.
Recall fighters and grab this point.
Transition begun. Receiving your
Well,
order.
something wrong with you. You're my only form of vision right
Focusing
now.
warsight. Rouse the engines.
Now I just gotta hold on to 3 points and be ready to jump the hell out of this thing. Which is
Calculating vectors.
gonna be sooner than I expected.
State your order.
It's gonna be a slow, annoying
Optimal
process, but
course set.
I think this used at least 2 torpedoes.
Engaging drive.
So I think I can count on
We are
that
ready
to an
to
extent.
serve.
And I can use this for
Thrust
spotting.
active.
Actually, here it comes.
To serve the Omnissiah. With matchless efficiency.
He wants to shoot me. I'm not letting him have an easy torpedo hit.
Receiving your order.
You have seized a strategic area.
Machine
Now,
spirit appeased.
You're gonna want to break off from there.
We are ready to serve. Transition begun.
May not be the most exciting, but we have 3 points.
Engage engine red lines. Hostile signature detected. The spirits obey.
Now, if I could start hitting them, remember
Order.
I can cause a mutiny on this thing.
Rouse the engines.
In theory, I just have to hit it.
Does not compute.
Actually, it might just die right now. Damn it!
To serve the
Turn off. Let your
Omnisire.
shadow field turn off.
Transition
My
begun.
theory that this might work is not actually working, alas.
Receiving your order. Calculating vectors.
The enemy has accumulated 50%
It's almost dead,
strategic
though.
points.
We are ready to serve.
It's just not what I would have liked, alas.
Reroute power to retro propulsion. Engaging drive.
Actually, I could just hide these in here. I have 3 objectives, so my opponent has to kind of make the first move.
With matchless efficiency.
I think that's checkmate,
Machine spirit appeased.
no matter what.
Interceptors engaging.
I am
Machine spirit
hating
appeased.
my performance on the early portion, but that's also a demonstration of what I was saying,
Optimal
that
course set.
I really would love some falchions or at least frigates at 400 health. Gives a lot more leniency that way.
The spirits obey.
Since that has so little health,
State your order.
I can punch the hell out of
The
this.
spirits obey.
Actually, let me turn around. In theory, it's probably better I turn around so that way I can Novacan that thing.
we
Where?
are ready to serve.
I'm just wondering, how do I use this Defiance?
Thruster routines active.
Since I can easily grab objectives, I have a point lead. This is all but checkmate.
Serve the Omnisire.
And it's right here.
Optimal course set.
I heard the Wraithbone reinforcement, so
Hostile signature detected. With matchless efficiency.
at least this has high energy turn.
Receiving your order.
So I just
Rouse
need
the
to ram it
engines.
and finish it off.
Reroute power to retro
Or you could just
propulsion.
fly right into my weaponry. That's mighty nice of you.
To
I think
serve
that's
the
too close.
Omnisire. With matchless efficiency.
You have accumulated 75% of strategic
I repaired
points.
you, so you're allowed to boost. I'm waiting for the crew.
Hostile signature detected. Calculating vectors. To serve the Omnisire. The
Now I
spirits
know where it's
obey.
at. This should theoretically be over. If I can hit with that
Spirit
one shot.
appeased. Transition begun.
The enemy has accumulated 75%
Alright.
of strategic points.
Engage chrysalis
I have
protocols.
shields still. My crew's gonna get destroyed,
Energize
but
vectored thrust.
if I do this poorly,
Rouse the engines. Engaging drive.
it's a shame that I wasn't doing the damage necessary. This should have been all but checkmate there. I just didn't do the damage necessary.
With
And
matchless
apparently my shields are not
efficiency.
recharging, okay. That was weird, I was looking at this bar.
Rouse the engines.
So it's the crew that can screw me over.
Active.
So is there a way I could stall? Yeah, I can.
Reroute power to retro propulsion. We are ready to serve.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't even get a chance to even shoot at them to punish them.
State your order.
That's the biggest
The enemy
issue I'm
has
having with
seized a
Chukari right
strategic
there.
area.
You're supposed to be able to get some damage in when they grab the objective,
Machine
but the
spirits
battleships make that
appeased.
incredibly difficult to do.
Transition begun.
And a single lance is not going to help much, but I still got a really
The
good point
spirits
lead.
obey.
I'm just wondering how to
Reroute
best
power
do
to
this.
retro propulsion.
Ideally, I want to wait until my cooldowns come up. I'm
Engaging drive.
trying to do the math in my head. I have a 100-second lead, so... Well, that's going to change quickly.
Thruster routines active.
I'm going to lose this just because of the capture speed.
Reroute power to retro propulsion.
I'm going to be forced to poke on out,
Rouse the
alas.
engines.
That's what's looking like.
Transition begun.
If only I fired that Novacan sooner before it did full 180, that would have helped a lot.
Let the canticles fall silent.
I have no shields. I do have my
Calculating
cooldowns up, though.
vectors.
You are close to victory by strategic points.
So as soon as I get bored, I'm in trouble. Depending on what kind of boring it is.
Begin rearmament. Optimal course set.
At the very least, I should neutralize this point, and even
The
then,
enemy is close to
they're going to have
victory
the lead by the
strategic
time I get
means.
there. So it's not going to be able to do it in time.
With matchless efficiency. Weapons calibrated.
This is the problem. As you can see, it captures the objective even faster than I actually get to actually hit them with my macro cannons.
To serve the Omnisire.
And my lances are not going to be able to do what's necessary. It was so close to, I just didn't get to do the damage necessary.
Rouse the engines to fury.
That's a bit of a shame.
Transition begun.
Hell, like I said, losing those frigates don't help me in that matter at all.
Rotational drift. The
But
spirits
again, not
obey.
much I could do there, even if I did notice them capturing the point.
Engaging drive.
And even then, if the
Receiving
Drukhari
your
opponent's
order.
smart, they can easily avoid the macro cannons at such a range too. So I'm relying a lot on the lances to do damage.
Optimal course set.
Let's see.
Calculating vectors.
I could chase it, but this is pretty much dead anyway, is it? Especially if they get another critical
With
hit there.
matchless Efficiency.
Well. Hopefully something gets done about the capture mechanic, since this is the one thing I'm really disliking as far as the updates and changes so far. And that's a bit of a demonstration why. Since I can't really punish that in any way at all. And even then, I did mess up losing my Cobras, which doesn't help, but again, they're so damn fragile. I'm wondering if I should seriously consider dropping out the 3 Cobras and upgrade to just 2 Falchions. That's what I'm honestly thinking. It may not really help a whole lot, though. Alright, Tau. Protector fleet at that. So it ultimately comes down, should I expect Protectors or maybe some Demiurge Crew War Spear shenanigans? That's going to be interesting, for the War Spears are going to be a pain in the ass to try and pin down due to their ability to just dodge the Stasis Bombs and my Blessing of the Omnisign at shot. So it's going to be tricky to wear them down, never mind the sheer health points that they have to offer too, since I'm not realistically going to get to hunt down the flagship in any sense. And Seeker Missiles, well, I have a mobility to easily evade them for a time, so I'm not too worried there in the short term. It's just a matter if I can eventually either separate the fighters from the torpedoes, or just be able to dodge them long enough, is basically what it is. And I don't expect them to come towards me, so what the hell do I honestly want? Is the big question. Since I don't, again, it's hard to say because I don't know what kind of fleet they're using. Since I'm thinking maybe Mecha Dominator, but if they have Crew War Spears, this is pointless. As weird as it may sound, because if it's Protector fleet, they're going to want to keep their distance from me. And they can dodge Novacan as well. Well, a lot of this fleet can dodge Novacans really well. So who am I kidding? I think Stasis Bombs probably warrant it. And if it is Kroots, then the Assassin's kind of pointless. There's a lot of uncertainties here, that's the problem that I'm not really liking so much. Nonetheless, let me at least get deploying, that might help me some. And alas, the objectives are so spread out I can't really secure 2 objectives without being in the middle of the map. Which is going to be a bit of a problem too. We'll see what we have though. Let's see what we're up against. Okay, this is looking like a Crew War Spear type of fleet. It looks like it, unless there's a Protector. Warrens could mean anything there, since you can kind of deploy them now, just by themselves, as opposed to in Armada 1, where it was you kind of needed grab hooks to even get Warrens into the battle. So I'm expecting that's what's going on here. That's probably 4 War Spears. Can I pay attention? They're all going sort of the same speed. Well, apparently they can't all be the same ship, because for some reason this one's hanging back.
State your order.
So I'm left wondering some there. but I will be able to at least get an idea of what it is in a moment, unless they want to launch fighters. Which, almost every single of the town arsenal has fighters, so that's what's making me think. Alright, Custodian.
Spirit appeased.
That's fine there. I kind of got the intel I need. This is a serious fleet.
Transition begun.
And by serious fleet, I mean it's not a bunch of balls floating around in space. And most of the secret missiles are compacted towards the Custodian at least, so 3 Protectors, 1 Custodian maybe?
Transition begun.
It's been a while since I played Protector Fleet, so I don't know how the points line up
Machine
exactly.
spirit appeased.
I'm just not going to be able to conveniently... I could force them to boost, and we have a frigate over
State
here.
your order.
Let me actually start turning to maybe snipe this thing, since that is our warden after all. Oh, we know he doesn't have emission dissipators too, as a bit of a tell. Since we saw boosting,
Hostile signature detected. Thruster routines active.
try and murder this thing off. It's going to take so long for it to
serve the
actually...
Omnisire. Thruster routines
Alright, they're going to be revealed, but I can deal with the secret missiles to an extent. I just got to watch for the actual shots.
receiving your order.
Watch for actual secret missiles is the big thing.
To serve
And
the
how are
Omnisire.
these two doing? There's still going to be a while till they grab the objective, but
Receiving your order.
I'm watching patiently. Those secret missiles are the biggest threat, and if I can manage them well, then I'm... Oh, 3 crew war spears and a custodian. This is a little bit interesting. You're just gonna boost forward. That's kind of fine. I gotta prioritize my targets, so
State your order.
You have seized a
I can't get the
strategic
critical hits I want, but this is... I need to know when I'm in range to justify a reload and not
We
miss
are
out on my
ready to
shots.
serve. Machine
On the
spirit
plus side, I can
appeased.
very easily just slow them down quite ridiculously.
The spirits obey.
Although, start turning and allow me to evade. I apologize if that effect there is kind of really damn infuriating
We are
on
ready to
YouTube.
serve.
Not a whole lot I could do about that.
Calculating vectors. State your order.
But I am hitting it. I gotta watch. I could reload.
To serve
I
the
seriously should
Omnisire.
reload since critical hits aren't gonna do me much good.
Begin rearmament.
Although I should have kept lock on my Defiance with that said.
Machine spirit appeased. Transition begun. Receiving your order.
Now get these boosting back. Keep hitting it.
Engage engine red lines.
Get ready for a little bit of
We are
support
ready
fire.
to serve. Reroute power to retro propulsion with matchless efficiency.
Custodian, you could shoot at me all day there. And that was experimental railgun, was it? It's good damage at least.
To serve
But
the
if it's gonna get
Omnisire.
spread out, it's gonna be a long effort before I actually kill it.
Course set.
I want to just reveal the Custodian. That's the more tempting target just because of the lower health. Yeah, 2,000 health on these
Receiving your
things,
order.
and I can
Thruster
dodge these in a
routines
moment.
active. State your order. Battle protocols engaged.
Yeah, we're good in that regard.
Engaging drive.
Secret missiles are gone. It still has 4 salvos to deal with. Yeah, they both have 2,000 health, so...
Machine spirit appeased.
Can I slow this down any way at all? In a way, sense that I can actually do damage to is what I want more than anything.
The spirits obey. Machine spirit appeased.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Fine. Attack the Defiance, that's kind of what I want you to shoot at, in all seriousness.
To serve the Omnisire.
It is not valuable to what I'm trying to do here.
You have seized a strategic area.
And you have no micro warp jump, although I seriously should consider
State your
a
order.
micro warp jump to get this thing shooting as well.
We are ready to serve.
Spread out. Use your combustion gauge, which could be a little bit
Ready to
premature.
serve.
Yeah, attacking the Defiance kind of is doing me a favor,
To
alas.
serve the Omnissiah. Engage Chrysalis protocols.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I had a lot going on. Oh, you do have supercharged void shields.
Spirit appeased.
That is important to note.
Utter the canticles of battle.
Now, can we do more damage to this thing in the process, since you did just burn the supercharged void shield?
Hostile signature
You're
detected.
doing me a massive favor, constantly shooting at that cursed thing.
Receiving your order.
I need to kill this thing for this to be worth it.
Engaging drive.
Damn it.
Receiving your
It's almost about to break, mind you, but that was not worth it
Engaging.
for burning a supercharged void shield and all that. Or not a micro warp jump.
Rouse the engines. State your order.
But everything's in sight.
Allied vessel destroyed.
I just gotta kill it now.
To serve the Omnissiah. Teleportarium vectors calculated.
I heard seeker missiles. Okay, where are they going?
5% of strategic points.
With
Kill it.
merciless
Kill it
efficiency.
now.
Machine spirit appeased.
It's gonna take a while, but I can recharge my health. And they're breaking. They all broke.
Receiving your order. Holy Omnissiah.
Keep the boosters going. Hope. I'm still getting hit slowly but steadily, but that's over. Those secret missiles were a little too late. At least I managed to get one win in here, since I would argue just how simplistic it can be for a Mechanicus to win against Necrons. I feel like that should be an embarrassment for me to somehow lose that. But I learned my lesson. I wasn't thinking about reload too much there, but I did have one match with Necron before that was off record. I did remember to use my reload, and hell, even the Mars pattern reactor feeds then. I think it may even have been the same player on just another day. And I stomped the poor fella, so just the reload time on the Novacans for that Necron match, I want to say with certainty would have made the difference there.